I'm Randy Pitchford, president of Gearbox Software and executive producer of Borderlands 2, and these guys have gotten a hold of some footage of Borderlands 2, so I thought I'd just help it out with some comments, maybe some insights, some backstory on some of this stuff, so check this out.
Vault Hunters are great and everything, but one person can't turn the tide of a war.
We're inside the town of Sanctuary, which has become sort of a rebel town in Borderlands 2. You see the citizens here are free and they are helping overthrow Handsome Jack, the evil CEO of Hyperion Corporation. He's kind of become a bit of a dictator. He's a dick, he's a tyrant, and these guys really need to get rid of him.
You led that claptrap here, but that I will never forgive you.
He's the main villain in Borderlands 2. But what's neat about Sanctuary as we explore, we can see it's a real living, breathing kind of town, a lot more lively and vibrant than anything we've experienced in Borderlands 1. We have to get out into the city a bit to see this. You know, in Borderlands 1, a lot of the missions came from NPCs that were just sort of static models. You'll notice in Borderlands 2, we have characters that are more alive, things are happening in the towns.
I'm starving! I want to eat your babies! Son, this might sting a bit.
Remember Dr. Ned? He was one of the first townsmen we met in Borderlands 1. He was in Firestone.
You helped me reach Sanctuary, minion, and for that, you deserve a reward. I have a secret stash hidden very, very far away from where I currently am. In order to find it, you will have to perform a series of devious challenges. First, collect a few brown rocks for me. Then, defeat a badass skag. Then, pilfer the lost staff of Mount Schuler. Then, you shall bring me the head of the Destroyer of Worlds. And then, you shall dance for my enjoyment.
I love the animation with Claptrap. You guys kill it. Such a great animation team at Gearbox. So proud of these guys.
Let me know when you're done with that job.
Cool, we can move further into Sanctuary. You know, you can spend as much or as little time as you'd like in the towns like this, but it's kind of neat to explore and to meet the characters, and you know, you feel it's a richer RPG side of the game. Even Moxie's got a place here.
Thanks. This place ain't doing great, but it's still doing better than most. Nothing dulls the pain of losing a war quite like a strong glass of rack ale.
Time!
What's neat is they actually work, and you can win some cash there. It's also possible to win loot, and the side of the machine will open and dump out a bunch of awesome loot for us if you happen to be fortunate enough. There's some really rare drops actually that come from that machine. But it's generally a losing proposition. That's how slot machines work. Marcus, of course.
Could I have a refund, please? This gun doesn't seem to work.
I don't know. Looks like it works to me.
Marcus will always find a way to make money from anyone on the planet, good, bad, otherwise.
Hey, Hey, Vault!
It's kind of fun to have some of these familiar faces come back in Borderlands 2, especially when we consider that Borderlands 2 is all new, and there's so many new characters, new NPCs, new situations, and experiences to go through. It really is kind of fun to be reminded of the characters from the first game, but you don't have to play the first game to have joy and value in these experiences. We do a really good job of not requiring prior knowledge.
The fire weapon first, huh?
I think we've spent enough time here in Sanctuary. Let's head on out and get into some trouble out in the city.
There he is, Fleshstick, the guest of honor. You just lure him back to my abode and I'll do the rest.
Don't tell anyone.
I've got you.
Thanks. On the move! Don't stop shooting!
Also, you'll notice we're playing co-op. Martin here is joining us. You can see Martin running around every once in a while. Martin is one of our programmers.
Cordially invited, bitch! Good job, friendo. Flesh stick's getting sucked through the tunnels as we speak. Let's talk.
Time for the party! You're gonna be the waiter. Get Mr. Sparks over there to bring in Mr. Flesh Stick.
I bet your mommy and daddy screamed as they died.
When you're ready to start the party, please smack Mr. Flesh Stick in his bitch face. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm inviting Flesh Stick's friends too. Make sure they don't get too rowdy and break the generator.
One of the things I'm most excited about with Borderlands 2 is the fact that we've had the time and the resources to really invest in building the fuller part of Pandora. It's a huge planet. It's not all desert wasteland, so we're going to visit the Arctic tundras, and you'll even see green in the lush kind of grassland areas of the game. There's the kind of ragtag town of Sanctuary, but there's also really clean, high-tech cities like Hyperion City of Opportunity, and there's a lot of diversity, more variety than you ever would have imagined from having played Borderlands 1.
Found some healing.
Let's discuss current affairs. Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! That's hardly appropriate tea party conversation. Mr. Sparks?
There's also this ever-present moon in the sky where Handsome Jack has kind of defaced it with a Hyperion satellite. It's a big H for Hyperion, or a big H for Handsome Jack, perhaps. Elemental weapons are a joy to use. You know, this fire pistol can just light enemies on fire, ignite them in flames, and it's kind of fun just to burn them to bits, especially some of these nasty critters that run around. Fortunately, these the indigenous life on Pandora is fictional. It has no constituency, so we can feel no guilt taking care of it. Mordecai was one of the player characters in Borderlands 1, and he returns as an NPC and is part of the resistance with us. His bird Bloodwing is really has actually a role as well.
So loud, so angry, so dead.
All around the stack, this plant, the stalker chased a bandit. The stalker thought 'twas all in fun. Goes the bandit. stand it.
Away.